Okay, YouTube, good morning. I had a request to show the parts washer that I made. This is actually a brass washer. Wet tumble all of my brass. This is the actual machine contraption that I came up with. Everything on here, with the exception of the drive belt, I got for free. I think I probably paid about $10 or $12 for the drive belt down to the local parts house. But this was my solution. Like a lot of people out there, I don't have a whole lot of money to spend. Bills and 2 kids and wife, house, everything like that. My reloading a lot of times takes a back seat to regular life. And I didn't have the money to go out and spend $300 or $400 on a good wet tumbler. So this is my solution. As you can see down here, I got just a regular old cheap angle grinder polisher. I probably bought a couple years back, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, at the local auto parts store for maybe 20 bucks. It's a cheap variable speed. There's a little switch back here where I can speed it up or slow it down. I keep it on the lowest speed possible. The good thing about this one here is it does have a trigger lock. So that's the biggest thing that you're going to want if you're going to do something like this. We're going to 7/8 nut and a washer I had laying around. What drives this is the arbor. It's not ideal, as you can see from all the black. That is rubber burning off. If I had a pulley on here, it would work a whole lot better, but then it's going to change my drive ratios and my bucket's just going to spin too fast and it's not going to clean my brass. So we're going to spin this around and show it from a different angle. You can see things on here like this this old post from a previous design. This is probably about my 3rd or 4th iteration of this machine and contraption. I keep this wedge in here, keep the wheel straight. I don't think I drilled my hole perfectly square when I put my casters on. These casters are just off an old creeper that I had laying in the garage. Pulled those off and used the casters. The scrap angle iron I had laying around, I probably picked up at Home Depot or something like that. Pretty cheap. Borrowed a welder from a buddy. My welding skills are not the best. I am not a welder. Never claimed to be one. But you know, overall this doesn't work too bad. We'll show you how it works here in a few minutes. I got some brass sitting to the side. I'll spin that back around, get it out of the way. Let me show you my bucket. These are just regular old 5-gallon buckets. These ones here I got from work. I tried a couple different things on this bucket. As you can see in here, if it'll focus, there's some epoxy. I tried epoxy, it didn't work long enough or hold it. You can see some of the remains inside there. Best thing that I've found that works for me is drywall screws. I don't know if you can see the shaft inside there, but there are 2 drywall screws on each piece of 1/2-inch conduit, holding it to the bucket, keep it from moving. And then I just simply put some Gorilla Tape, or this is the 3M version of Gorilla Tape, around the screw heads, so that way they don't leak or leak too bad. A little bit of water out of this is no big deal. I did run some tape around the outside edge, just give me a little tighter fit. So that's my parts washer. Let me show you the brass that I came up with. Went to the range the other day, picked up some brass. Just the nastiest, dirtiest range brass that I could come up with. So let's see what we got here. Just got finished sorting everything out, but this is the 9mm brass that I haven't cleaned, and it's probably the nastiest and dirtiest of it. There is some stuff in there that's newer than others. Some of it's been probably on the range for quite some time. We're going to give this a wash, and I'll show you how everything comes out. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with the system. So let's walk over here. We'll grab our bucket. Throw throw our brass in and over to the stationary tubs. Okay, now this is my first wash. I don't like to run anything through my dies without at least getting a cleaning cycle done, just to get the crap out of there. And so this is this old nasty range brass. Don't need a whole lot of water. I'm just going to fill up maybe a quarter of the bucket, a couple gallons. No stainless steel media. This is just some Purex, Power Shot, Dirt Lifter, Bright Clean, whatever the wife had laying around. And it doesn't take a whole lot, just a little bit. And that right there is going to be way too much for that. It's going to be very sudsy, but that's okay. It really doesn't make a whole lot of difference. Now I am going to throw a little bit of this Lemishine. This is the Lemishine Booster. You don't need much on this. I'll walk over here and I want to grab a bullet. Just an old casing here. There's a 10 millimeter, and I'm going to fill it maybe halfway. Well, there's a little more than half. Okay, it's a 10 millimeter casing full of Lemishine. Probably way more than what I really need. It seems to help bring out the shine on the brass. Is it really necessary? I don't know. But there's a lot of folks on different forums and whatnot. They swear by it. We're going to throw a lid on here. Always keep a bunch of lids laying around. I get these from work. They allow us to take them home, which is actually a good thing, because I've probably gone through a couple drive buckets. A steel strap or brass or something along the back side of this would probably help out quite a bit, but this is what I use. Now, I don't know if you can see it right now, but my belt is extremely loose, and in no way would that ever in a million years drive this. What I found that works real well for me is just a scrap piece of wood, and believe it or not, a BFH. This one works real well for me. I haven't come up with a really good solution yet for my tension on the belt, but this works. And as you can see, it's nice and tight and not going anywhere. All right, I'm going to turn this on just for a minute here inside the house. I brought this whole contraption inside just because there's a little better lighting in here than there is in my garage. We'll turn it on and let it get started. You can at least see the whole thing working, and I'll shut it off, take it back outside, and run the brass. So in about 30 minutes, I'll let it run and drain everything out, rinse it, and go from there. All right, so here we go. We're going to turn this on.